Whoa, talk about big movie news. I've been planning to talk about the release date of Ant-Man going from November to July, but, the Harry Potter news came up, and now this has come up. So, not going to do a video on that. Actually, I can just say it briefly right now. Marvel probably just wants to get on with phase 3 of their movie, or maybe it's tied to this news, but don't have much to say on that now because Pixar has shuffled stuff around. As you guys know, Bob Peterson, as you guys should know if you've been watching my videos, Bob Peterson, who I'm pretty sure was the writer and director of Good Dinosaur, he also worked on Up. He's been taken off the project, which has got me worried. I mean, I've been worried about this movie for a while because it's looked really good, but we haven't seen anything on it. The plot's been very secret. There's been no teaser trailer of it, and usually we have a teaser trailer of Pixar's next movie by now. They fired someone, so I've been really concerned about this movie, and this big news has just made me even more concerned, which is even more concerned because it's been because I guess they aren't ready for the movie, ready to show it by 2014, so they've delayed it. So they've moved it to 2015. The date when Finding Dory was supposed to come out in November of 2015, that's when Good Dinosaur is coming out. So now Finding Dory has been bumped to summer of 2016. So there's so much I want to have to say on this. First off, this has me really concerned. Like obviously Pixar something must be going really wrong for this movie for them not to be showing us much of the movie, to have to to take a director off, to not show anything. They obviously are not ready. So that has me concerned. And the fact that they I don't know how far they are into production, but if they've started animating and writing stuff, and they're taking a director off, I'm worried. I mean, again, look at Brave. Less than a year to go before Brave came out, they took the writer and director off of that movie, and it kind of felt like a bit of it wasn't bad, but you could clearly tell. So that was me concerned. But, the fact that they're delaying it, maybe that shows Pixar's willing to learn. I mean, this gives them a year and a half to work on the movie, to rewrite it, reanimate it. Although which has me a bit more optimistic. I mean, it's good to know they're taking effort, that they're delaying their movie. They're realizing it's not ready. Let's take our time. Let's not rush it. The world can wait for Finding Dory. So yeah, I applaud Pixar for delaying it. Although I wonder, is that enough time for them? I mean, how far are into the process today? The script work? Because if they fire the writer and director, that means there's certain things that they wanted Pixar probably wanted changed in the script, but Bob Peterson wouldn't, so they took him off. So maybe they need more time to rewrite it, but even so, I mean, you still need time to animate it, and animation takes a long time. Like you can't do it. I mean, you could do it in a year, but you'd have to really work nonstop, and it would be nicer to space it out over a couple of years. So again, I'm trusting Pixar that it's gonna be not gonna be rushed, but at the same time, I am a little worried that it will feel a little messy, a little rushed, like it changed writers. And I'm worried it'll be like Brave, where I'm wondering what would it have been like if Bob Peterson had wrote it. But yeah, only time will tell. So all this stuff has made me concerned about the movie. But at the same time, I'm happy that they're not releasing in 2014. They're admitting it's not ready, and they're taking the time to improve it. And I'm also disappointed Bob Peterson's not there because he did such a phenomenal job of Up, and I thought he would do a good job with Good Dinosaur. So let's see. What does this also mean? It's also annoying for Finding Dory fans. Again, I'll do a separate video or go when we get closer to Finding Dory, telling you my thoughts on it. But hoping it'll be good, just as good as Finding Nemo, but you never, but I don't know. As of late, Pixar's movies haven't been quite up there with the ones from the past decade. So yeah, but if you are excited for Finding Dory and are hoping it's gonna be another amazing Pixar movie, which I hope it is, but I have my doubts, but you're gonna have to wait until like the summer of 2016, which hopefully Pixar will take that time to work on Finding Dory as well, though I don't doubt it since they have a bunch of other projects they need to work on. But you never know. I am a little concerned though. Hopefully they'll release it at a time. They'll release it in May or July, so it doesn't conflict. So they are not competing with How to Train Your Dragon 3, because if they don't, then one of those movies is gonna get hurt, and I just want them both to have success. I don't want one to get hurt over the other. Again, when we get closer to that, I'll probably do a separate video where I discuss how I think each movie will do, which one I think will do better. And again, I'm not in a good place to say that, especially considering, a lot of how the third one will depend on how the second one will do, and the second one's even come out yet. All right, so what Pixar has done to, as far as animation, so No Good Dinosaur coming out in 2014, which is going to be the first time in almost a decade, not almost a decade, yeah, a decade, where we've gone, where we haven't had a Pixar movie. Last time this happened was 2005. So to fill up that spot, because Disney still wants to make money, they're moving their Maleficent movie up from July to end of May. Since they probably have it ready, they're just, which I guess, I doubt they're rushing. I mean, a couple months. 2 months isn't that much. Again, they probably have the movie done. Will have the movie done by then. Would have had the movie done by May anyway. They probably just would have spent that time just touching it up and promoting the film. Again, they probably have Maleficent just about done. They're probably just doing effects and CGI and editing and stuff. So again, it's better for the Maleficent movie because it's earlier in the summer. People are still excited to see movies in May. July is always a big cluster. It's a big cluster. So that's good for Maleficent. It's good for me because I really want to see Maleficent because it's being ran by Paul Dini and it's going to be up. The only concern I have with Maleficent being moved there is that it's probably going to come around the same time as X-Men Days of Future Past, and I'm worried that Days of Future Past will take a beating from it. I mean, Wolverine, it did all right at the box office, but I don't... Actually, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure Wolverine didn't... It did okay at the box office, but it didn't make money, so I'm worried that with these two movies coming out, Days of Future Past might get hurt. Although hopefully Disney's going to be smart about when spacing out these release dates so they don't conflict. But yeah, Maleficent. And so one other thing I want to point out, and from an animation standpoint, what does a year of Pixar mean? Well, it means that other studios have a chance to win Best Animated Film besides Pixar. Disney might win it because Big Hero 6, that looks really cool. And also maybe How to Train Your Dragon 2 could get nominated. Well, it's probably, I feel like those two movies would get nominated anyway, but they stand a better chance of getting critical success. Also, in the summer, there's always that big animated, CGI animated movie. There's always one that tends to do really well and go over really well. And Pixar, you usually pick summer's Pixar's time to shine. They release their movies early in the summer, make lots of money throughout the entire summer because they keep the movies in theaters all summer, which is how Toy Story 3 made $1 billion. But without that, it's open to any animation studio. Now, I'd have to look and see what animated films are coming out in 2014, but I know the big one is going to be How to Train Your Dragon 2. And it was already big enough. I mean, it's a sequel to one of DreamWorks' most popular movies. But now, without the competition from Pixar, DreamWorks could make even more money because now people don't have to choose between and Dragon and Dinosaur. They can just go to How to Train Your Dragon 2, which will work well for DreamWorks, which is great because they need to make up money from Guardians and Turbo, especially where they took a beating, and probably Sherman and Peabody, which may do all right, but yeah. So now DreamWorks has more money. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this major movie shift. And yeah, hopefully Good Dinosaur comes out good. Hopefully the wait for Finding Dory will be worth it. And yeah, this is JStars360 signing out.